If you're looking for a website that gives you an interesting and very beautiful visual representation of the periodic table, then you are at the right place. That website is ptable.com. So you can just type in your browser ptable.com and search for it. And you should expect to see something as colorful like this. So we'll be looking at what they have to offer and see how best we can use it as students or teachers. So if you look at their periodic table, very, very colorful. They've done an excellent job. And then they did their best to color code the various blocks of the periodic table. If you look at this side, all you need to do is to highlight. If you highlight the alkali metals, you can see that lithium to francium has been highlighted and the rest have been grayed out. The alkaline earth metals, if you want to look at the transition metals, all you need to do is to highlight. The elements in the periodic table can be classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So if you want to look at the elements that are metals, just highlight here. Then all the metals are highlighted. The non-metals and the metalloids are grayed out. Here's the metalloids, which are the semi-metals: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and astatine. So basically, these are the metalloids. Then the non-metals, if you highlight them, then they will be selected, including the reactive non-metals and the noble gases, which are non-reactive. So very, very colorful following the periodic elements. And if you look at the top, we have sections. The one I actually clicked on is properties, but it doesn't end. They have properties, electrons, isotopes, and compounds. If we click, we are already on the properties anyway. If you click on any of the elements here, let's click on hydrogen. So you'll see the hydrogen then appears over here with some interesting properties. So you have hydrogen. If you click on lithium, the lithium appears. If you click on, let's click on hydrogen again. Now, if you want to read more about hydrogen, you wouldn't need to leave this page. All you need to do is to click on it. So write up hydrogen Wikipedia. You click on it, then a pop-up comes, and then you have a lot of information about hydrogen. It's a chemical element. It has a symbol H and atomic number 1. It is the lightest and most abundant chemical element in the universe, constituting about 75% of all normal matter. That is interesting information. You can scroll down and read a lot about hydrogen. And the same thing is done for the remaining elements. Lithium, beryllium, magnesium, you can think of all. Then if you move to the electrons, that gives us a little, look at the change. Look at this side. When I click on properties, you see the details here are different. If I click on electrons, the details differ. So the electrons gives us an idea about the arrangement of the electrons in each of the elements on the periodic table. So this website is very, very unique at teaching us the properties and everything we need to know about the elements of the periodic table. Let's click on hydrogen and see. If you click on hydrogen, if you move down here, you will see that hydrogen has oxidation state of -1 or 1. And then the electronic configuration is 1s1, or just energy level 1. It has 1 energy level. If you click on, let's say, sodium, it has this also, electronic configuration to be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. And it has 3 energy levels. And the first energy level has 2 electrons, the second has 8, the third has 1. So with using this website, we have another advantage of not just cramming the elements and their properties, but visually seeing them. Then if we move to the isotopes, when we click on the elements, it tells us the number of isotopes present in each of them. So if you scroll through, as I click on hydrogen, let's see, on the isotopes, with hydrogen, then move to lithium, the isotopes appear over here. You see how it transitions, and look at what is happening. So you have lithium, another lithium in that order. Good. So the atomic number remains the same while the mass number keeps changing. Then the compound, another interesting feature on this website that I find quite amazing. If you click on the compound section on this website, it tells you the various compounds that each of the elements can form. Can you imagine? If you click on hydrogen, let's click on hydrogen again. It gives us the various compounds that hydrogen can form. If you click on lithium, it gives you the various compounds that lithium can form. Good. So let's see. What are we working with? So hydrogen. So we drag hydrogen to this side. Good. That's how it works. So if you click on hydrogen, if you drag it to the box, it tells you the various compounds that hydrogen forms. So you have hydrogen, you have tritium hydride. There we have diastine. There are a lot of compounds that you cannot even imagine hydrogen forms. You have penta boring. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually hearing of that. Then we can take this off and consider sodium. So all you need to do is to drag the element to this place. So when you drag it there, you can see the various elements that it can form. It can form sodium borohydride. It can form sodium bromide. So you can scroll through to see all the elements that each of the compounds that each of the elements can form. And one interesting thing is, suppose you've seen sodium bromide, you want to read something about it, all you need to do is to click on it. So you click on sodium bromide. So sodium bromide is an inorganic compound with the formula NaBr. So this website is out there waiting for you to explore. So if you are studying about periodic properties of the elements in the periodic table, I would recommend checking out P table. That is periodic table. Just type it in your browser and look for it. You should have an interface like this, and hopefully you would enjoy it. So after watching this short video, maybe you might be interested in knowing another useful website. For example, a website that can help you visualize symbols, or let's say chemical formulas, especially of organic compounds. They can check the video that is appearing on your screen.